In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we've generated over $100+ million in sales by generating 32,173 sales calls and counting using our Elite360 operating system. And you can see the dates right up here, 2019 to 2024. And then you scroll to the bottom and there's 32,173 sales calls and counting. And this doesn't even include our new calendar software. This is just the old one, so it's even a lot more, but the goal here is to show you that we know what we're talking about. And this is the sole reason we've been able to scale to over 100+ million in sales, serve over 50,000+ clients, and stand the test of time in our industry, while all of our competitors have long gone out of business, or quite honestly, they just make a lot less than $1 million a month. So in short, they're not a big company. And so every competitor you've seen since I started in business 6 years ago is either out of business now that directly competed, or they're a much smaller company. And if that doesn't mean something to you, I really don't know what will. And I'd be lying to you if I didn't say this was complicated and difficult to set up initially. But that's also why I've made over $100 million in sales, which would make sense. And it's also why you're going to more than likely need help setting it up, because it does you no good to keep hoping that business was easier. Instead, you need to wish that you were better. Now, I want to walk you quickly through this as we're going to keep going through it in the video, but this is a short picture of how robust my marketing system is. And so you'll start up here with obviously your organic content, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, which we will usually drive to a DM, or we can drive straight to a sales call booking. From there, we have lead magnets all across the board. We then will come in with paid ads and remarketing ads. We have our low ticket products over here. Then we will have what we call our nurture ecosystem, which has emails, SMS, voicemails, live events, community, setters, setter calls, re-offers, 2-steps, webinars, social media content. Then we have an unqualified campaign and a qualified, which then pushes to a sales call. Then before the sales call, we have a lot of indoctrinating sequences, which you can see here: pre-call, thank you page, setter confirms, voicemail drops, and then close. And then if they don't close, we will then go into a not ready or no money or a no-show sequence. And so this is a high level overview. Obviously, setting up this entire ecosystem is going to be a lot more work, because it's not as simple as just putting a button here that says lead magnet. There will actually have to be automation set up and so forth. But this is the sole reason I've made so much money and why a lot of competitors don't, because this is hard. It takes a lot of work, obviously, but this is where my company comes in. Now, for those of you who don't know me and you're wondering who this guy is, my name is Chidester, and I'm one of the only entrepreneurs in this entire industry. I'm able to say that with a straight face, to generate over 9 figures from home, all by the age of 31. And I don't say that to brag or toot my own horn, but I want you to just imagine $100 million for a second. And I know this industry is plagued by bold claims and empty promises, but when there's proof to back it up, it's important that you pay attention. So right here on the screen, you can see 2016, I didn't start my business till 2017. I was broke. I had about $88 in my account. Come to 2023, right? So about 6 years at the end of it, right before I turned 32, and I've done over $100 million in sales. And these are 5 different merchant accounts where you can see the amount of income that has been generated by my companies. And I've gotten every single award you can think of to back it up. These right here is from a company called ClickFunnels. It's a $1 billion company. You can look it up, and they verify that these merchant accounts are accurate. And if they do, they will send you this award up here in the top left-hand corner that proves that you've done at least $100 million in sales, which is no easy feat, as you can probably imagine. Now, in conjunction with that, I've also worked with some of the highest profile clients in the industry, like Tony Robbins, Kevin O'Leary, Grant Cardone, Justin Waller, Neo Davis, Tariq El-Moussay, Carl Allen, Joshua Chris, Spectacular Smith, and thousands more that you can see on my site, EliteCEOReviews.com. This is obviously Grant Cardone, and this is Justin Waller right here, which are just 2 of the very high level profile clients who use me and my staff to help grow their companies. Now, in this industry, people will talk a lot of and pound their chest, but bank accounts and verified awards reign supreme in my eyes, because I don't want to just blow a bunch of hot air. I've been through hell and back building a business I could only one stream of. In addition, we have taken on 50,000 plus clients. I'm going to say that again, 50,000 plus clients through our Elite360 operating system that is responsible for hundreds of thousands of verified leads, qualified sales calls, and honestly, most importantly, paying customers. But right now, there is a problem in the industry, and people just don't want to buy anymore because trust is at an all-time low. Now, on average, it takes over 8+ touch points to get someone who doesn't know who you are to pull out their wallet and start spending money with you. But you don't have to take my word for it. This just comes directly on a simple Google search. And you can see right here, it says 8 touch points, which means you have to get people to see a lot of your stuff before they ever consider pulling out their wallet, let alone paying for something that is worth $5, $10, $15, $20,000 plus. And I know because I've spent tens of $millions on ads to generate leads. And here are just a few of the ad accounts I can pull up quickly with millions of dollars in ad spend. And this doesn't even include YouTube. So right here, you can see about 2.6 million. Right here is about 380,000, another about 2 million, give or take, another million. And then this one is 614, and then another 2 million. So just from this, which doesn't even include YouTube and my other ad accounts, that's about what, $8 million right there, give or take, that I've spent on ads. So you guys know, again, like these are verified accounts. You can see that the money is being spent. So I'm not just pulling this out of my butt. This is real. This is real money. These are real businesses. This is my ad spend. These are not my clients, just to prove that this is real. Now, a few years ago, people were booking calls left and right with really not needing you to do much of anything, especially when the pandemic hit. It was really easy. Everyone was moving online. Anybody could start an online business. And now it takes a whole lot more than an auto webinar to get people to buy, or in short, it takes a lot more touch points for that person to buy your product or service. It's that simple. And if you don't get the touch points in, then they're not going to buy. So the old way of getting clients looks exactly like this. Some guru will tell you to run an ad to an opt-in page where you put in your information. They'll send some emails, maybe a text. They'll push you to a webinar, and then they hope that they magically get a call. And this is the old framework that a lot of people have taught or have taught. And this actually is what drove me to go figure out my own methods, because this just didn't work. Now, the new way is exactly what I showed you up above. It looks more like this. It looks a lot more complex, and I get that, but this is what it takes to actually win. And if everyone could do it, then no one would actually win, right? And what I've come to find out that has made my clients and myself so successful is we just simply have more touch points than the average business owner. That's it. And it's not very hard to win when your competitor sends a few emails and then gives up. It's pretty easy to win, actually, because you're doing much more. And so it shouldn't be hard to grasp that if your funnel looks like the old way and not the new way, you already have big problems, or you're going to have them very soon. So think of your business like a bucket, and you have 20 holes while I have 2. Who's going to lose the water faster? Or in this case, leads. It's going to be the person who has a lot more holes. And that's why today I'm offering to install this entire Elite360 system inside your business. So if you want to take advantage of this opportunity, all you have to do is click down below in the description of this video, and you can book a call to speak with my team. And we work with coaches, consultants, fitness professionals, agencies, course creators, and online service providers who want to work with us one-on-one to build out this Elite360 system. And not doing this just means your business will someday fail. And when it does, you're going to come back to this video and wonder why you didn't take action then. Obviously, the call is free. There's no risk in booking, just to have the conversation. Now, if you still need more information on this and why it's so effective, here it is. And this builds in a safety net, so to speak, around your business. So think of it this way. Making bigger guarantees doesn't work anymore, right? I've done over 100 million in sales. I should know. Like that at this point doesn't mean a whole lot to people because everyone just makes crazier and crazier guarantees. Competitors are copying now more than ever. They can rip off a flashy funnel or a marketing campaign razor fast. It's super simple to do. If you see something online or you see what someone else is doing, it can be replicated, 48 hours or less. What you think makes you unique really doesn't. I've talked to 100 fitness professionals, business consultants, SMMA agencies, and trust me when I say, most people think they're super special, but it's not. There's nothing unique about being an SMMA agency or a coach or a consultant, even a fitness trainer. There's nothing unique. 1 million people can do it. Anyone can step into that market. So it comes more to being what's your unique mechanism, and then how many touch points can you get with your leads to help you stand out. And so you have to be top of mind. And to be top of mind, you have to be omnipresent. And to be omnipresent, you need a 360 solution, no pun intended. And the best part is if you can pull this off, you don't need to have a massive social media following. You don't need to post 1 million pieces of content. You don't need to wonder when your next sale is coming in. You don't need to work 24/7 all the time. And you don't need to cold DM till the end of time. And for those of you who are going, well, Tanner, you post a bunch of content now. It's not where I am that you need to look at. It's where I started, right? It's just like Gary Vee. Gary Vee will tell you, hey, you should be doing these things. But Gary Vee has a $300 million a year ad agency. It's completely different than when he started. And you just have to be able to understand that. So you just have to be thorough in your follow-up processes. You have to do a bunch of the hard work up front, and then it gets easier over time. So think if you're pushing a boulder up the hill, once you get to the top of the hill, you just let it go and it will start rolling down. And the best part is you're so much more profitable, which is the entire point of running a business, is to get freedom of time and freedom financially. And that's because you're forcing yourself to stay top of mind for your competitors while everyone else is one and done. It's not about having the best funnels. It's not about having the best ads. It's not about having the best sales pitch. It's not even about having the best content. It's about having an entire ecosystem built around one thing to get them to buy or die. And if you guys follow me or have seen me everywhere I go in Miami or traveling the world, I will have people who will come up and say, I know who you are, you're Tanner, and it's because we have built this ecosystem so when someone comes inside of it, they will either purchase something or they will unsubscribe, and I'm totally okay with that. And so if you're ready to jump on this one-of-a-kind opportunity, don't hesitate to book in your call with my team immediately. It's in the description below or it's on this document. Now, we're not hard selling you on this, Either you see this and you have it or you don't. And you need it. And not getting this is admitting you're going to fail. And I'd hate to see that. Or you're just never going to be big. And I know everyone has a different idea of what big means, but everyone on this video would love to make $1 million or 10 million or $1 billion if they knew how. And if you haven't, it's because you don't know how. And that's okay, but don't kid yourself saying that you're okay with less. You just don't know what to do. And that's what this video is all about. There's no risk in taking the call with the team. The only risk is not having this inside your business. And so for those of you who are interested, but you may still have some questions, which is fair, what I'm going to do is start addressing those concerns around leveraging the Elite360 system inside your business. Now, first and foremost, is this hard to set up? So yes and no, it's both. It's hard to set up the first time, and that's why you pay us to help you. Afterwards, it simply runs on autopilot. And that's the beauty of setting something up like this, is it works forever with a one-time effort up front. Now, I'm not going to say it's easy to set up, but once it is set up, it's very easy to manage the system. But you need to be happy that it's hard, because if it wasn't, that would just mean everyone would be doing it, and then it wouldn't be valuable and it wouldn't make any difference inside your business. That is why I've made so much money, because I'm doing things different than other people. So if I wasn't doing anything different, then you would know that I wasn't making the type of money I'm claiming. But because you've seen the proof, that would make sense that I'm doing something that most businesses aren't doing, which is why I have the advantage. And any guru can make promises on social media ads, but very few can deliver something this important and this vital while having the proof to back it up. Second thing is, can I just keep doing what I'm doing? I get this a lot. Sure, if what you're doing is working, then by all means, go for it. But the beauty of this thing is it will work in conjunction and drive even more growth to your other client acquisition methods. So whether you do strictly organic, which is basically free traffic, or you just post social media or whatever, VSLs, webinars, Facebook groups, cold emails, shout outs, challenges, or even DM ads, the Elite360 operating system will actually increase the effectiveness of all your channels. So take it from someone who's done over 100 plus million in sales. Without this, you are leaving money on the table. There's no denying it. There's no getting around it. There's no, your guru said that this doesn't matter. It's just true. You're going to be wrong. You're going to find that out the hard way. This is super vital. This is why I'm making this video. Now, is the system expensive? I guess it depends on what you think expensive is. So for me, for example, I've spent $3 million on coaching over the last 6 years, but I made $100 million. That's a 16x return. You're not going to make that in the stock market. Maybe if you get on the GameStop a few years ago, but outside of that, you're just not going to make that return. And that's basically playing the lottery. So I guess you could argue I could say if I've never done that, it would be more expensive because I never would have made 100 million. But if you only look at what you may lose and not what you can gain, you have a 0% chance you're ever going to go places in life, because it's usually what you're going to miss out on by not taking action versus staying exactly where you are, where you know exactly what you're going to get. There's a book called Who Moved My Cheese? Highly recommend you read that book. What if I don't have a big team to help me manage my system? That's the beauty. You don't need a big team. So whether you're a solopreneur or you have a staff of 70 like me, at one point I had 100, this system will automate and systematize whatever it is you need. And that's why I love this system so much, because it's allowed me to travel the world all while making millions of dollars online. This is actually my little sister. I never got to do this growing up. She's 20 years old in this picture, and we're in Colombia having the time of our lives. With that being said, I want to formally invite you to book a call with my team about how we can install the Elite360 operating system inside your business. It's either on this document or in the description below. Now, for the rest of the video, I'm going to explain how this process works and how quickly you can start seeing results and what you'll get if you were to work with us. Now, first, this is an entire ecosystem. You need all the moving parts for it to work. So think of a car. You can't just buy a car and have 4 wheels and then no engine. Everything must be there for the car to run smoothly and efficiently. And that's what this system would create for you, is an all-encompassing Elite360 touchpoint system for each and every one of your leads. Now, it could easily take you 100+ hours to try to build this system out on your own, maybe more. Not to mention, if you've never built it before, you're not even gonna know what success looks like because you don't know what the numbers or metrics are. That's the benefit of paying someone or working with someone with experience, is they know what the numbers should be. They know what the opt-in rate should be, the retargeting. They know how many sales calls should pick up. They know how much should close. Like, they know those numbers. So trust me when I say this, we have this boiled down to an exact science. Second, this is not a course. We are licensing out to you our system that's generated over $100 million in sales, and we're helping you install it inside your business. Now, we'll be inside a private Basecamp channel with you and your team, answering questions, delivering assets, and optimizing campaigns. And our team of experts does most of the heavy lifting for you, building, structuring, purchasing and connecting the software, helping with your VSL, writing copy, and any other assets you need to bring it all together. Plus, for an additional retainer, we can place setters and sales reps inside your company, run your ads, or even help you create your content. This means less time watching long, boring videos and more time getting stuff done, which means more money. Now, third, let me explain how this entire process works. The first thing is we would bring you in and optimize your offer using what we call our offer creation process to make it irresistible to the marketplace. This will allow you to charge more, close more deals, collect more cash, all while making your products easier to deliver on. And if you're saying, my stuff is already dialed in, keep in mind, one or even two small tweaks can push another 10 to 20% top line into the business. Don't become another statistic of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Now, if you don't know what that is, the Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias whereby people with limited knowledge or competence in a given intellectual or social domain greatly overestimate their own knowledge or competence in that domain. So in short, you think you're a lot smarter than you are. The smartest people on earth, including myself, know that the more they learn, the less they know. And the dumbest people, the people who get the least amount of results, are always fighting those people thinking that they know a lot more than they do. And so if you're that type of person, it's going to explain maybe why you haven't done 100 million. And regardless of how much you've done, 5 million, 10, maybe you've done even 5 grand, it doesn't matter. There's always room for improvement. That's all I'm trying to point out there. Next, we'll help you dial in your lead generation so you have consistent stream of leads, which I like to coin the faucet system. Every business needs this or it dies. So once this is dialed in, we are going to add in the Elite360 operating system right behind that inside your business. The reason we do this after you have a stream of leads is it's a whole lot of work for nothing if you have no leads. So think of it this way, you can't have a system work leads without having any leads to work. Next, we'll build and install the Elite360 marketing system for you. So this custom automated and end-to-end marketing system is perfectly crafted to take a stranger who has no idea who you are and turn them into qualified sales appointments on your calendar. And the best part is that this system will do all the heavy lifting. And by the time these leads get to the call, it will feel much more like order taking versus convincing them to come over the line. And remember, this isn't just a course. Now, keep in mind, we're not just going to overwhelm you and then leave you high and dry. My highly trained team of experts who have worked with thousands of marketing systems do most of the heavy lifting for you. And this is as much for our benefit as it is for yours, because after all, after doing over $100 million in sales, we are way better at this than any of our clients. And we are able to virtually guarantee success because we do the hardest parts for you. In addition, once this is all set up, we will continue working with you one-to-one to refine your new system or coach you through any new bottlenecks in the business. We can listen to your sales calls and give feedback. We can review your company's app performance and make suggestions, and even show you how to delegate the management of your company to someone else so you can remove yourself completely. And this means you'll never be alone throughout the entire process. No more guessing, no more working with low-level companies who don't have the experience to know what's wrong. This drives me nuts. When you get something cheap or you work with a smaller company, you're basically paying for less experience. Doesn't make any sense to me because they won't have as many solutions to problems because they've never been through them. No more wishing someone could help you, and we are just one simple message away from solving any bottlenecks or problems you may be experiencing. But we don't even stop there. Once we solve your client acquisition problem, you may run into a service delivery issue. Very common. That's why we'll work with you to build out your entire client success journey A to Z that is strategically built to do two things: maximize upsells, minimize churn. That's the entire point of client fulfillment. We can even show you how to find, hire, and train A+ talent so you can vacation while your business continues to churn out dollars like butter. And I would know because I have a team of 70 and even 100 at one point in time. I want you to listen to this part carefully. It doesn't mean much when someone has 20 team members or 30 or 10 or 5 and tells you they're a master of team building. They haven't built a big team. It's way harder the bigger the team gets because you're farther and farther away from the ground floor. So everything at scale is much harder, which is why we are the leader in our industry, respectively, a category of one. There is no one who's doing the revenue we've done for as long as we've done in the industry right now, doing the exact same thing. I promise you. Look around, it won't be that way. And depending on what tier of our program you purchase, we even have in-person events where you can come meet other high-level entrepreneurs at your same level and spend time in the one-on-one. So this was actually my highest level clients, most of them doing well over $100,000 a month in access. And this was us having a private dinner at the end of a long training day. And to be honest, we're still barely scratching the surface of what we can do for you. We don't see this as a one-time relationship. We want to eventually become partners. And I actually have my best clients turn into portfolio companies where we come in and we start becoming partners and really push the business to brand new heights that they probably never would have dreamed of on their own. And we make it a point of pride to treat your business like it's our own. So we know how hard it is to trust these days. and to find people who can truly help your business get to the next level of growth that you want to see. So if you need help or there's an emergency or you just need some feedback, we will make sure to answer in a prompt fashion as if your business was our business. So let's say, for example, your marketing's not working, someone suddenly quits, your ad account gets shut down, your funnel's not converting, lead costs are too high, sales reps aren't converting enough into leads or sales. Usually you're going to be stuck to fix this all on your own, but not with us. You can simply ping our team of experts in your private Basecamp and we'll make adjustments based on what we see to be the problem. And keep in mind, my client success team isn't just former clients who regurgitate what I say. Each of our client success managers has scaled their own business to 7 figures, not 5, not 6, 7. So at least $100,000 a month. And they go through a rigorous training and feedback process to ensure our clients get the best help possible. And let me just say this, it isn't cheap to have them on staff. Okay, I do this specifically to give you the best experience possible, which again, you can start looking at if Tanner's doing these things, it would make sense because if he's done 100 million in sales, he's going to do things that other people don't do. And better yet, there's no additional cost for the support. We include it when you get the Elite360 operating system. The only catch is you have to book a call and you have to be willing to spend an hour of your time. Outside of that, it's really simple to get started. So go ahead and book a call in the description of this video, or if you're on the sheet, you can click right here. When you book your call, there'll be a quick application so we know more about your business before we speak. That way we are prepared to discuss the next steps we need to implement inside your business. And then after you book, we're gonna send you a link to our program overview and visit our website with thousands of verified and reviewed testimonials. So if you're ready to get started, just book it in the description below, and we look forward to talking to you.